Club for having this. As the Commissioner said, the Women's Club in this city does so much for our community with the Christmas things they do, things that they help us on 9/11, just a lot of things. The St. Jude Walk, I believe, this weekend. They're a big part of our city, so I always thank them for everything they do for our city. So with that, I'm going to wait for the moderator to give me the first question.
Okay. Mayor Morley, please tell us about yourself and in what ways have you already been serving this community?
So I am a 40-year East Lake resident this year. I have two daughters. Their names are Renee and Vicki Morley. I've been the Mayor and Safety Director since 2014. I started going to council meetings in 2001 after I lost my job at the LTD Steel. So I went to council meetings for about 3 years before I ran for office. The first time I did run for office, I lost as to an incumbent for the first council at large. After that, I won 2 council at larges and then the 2 mayor's races. This time, for once, as I told the candidates in the other room, there's only 2 ways to run: scared and unopposed. Thank God for the first time ever I'm unopposed. So I appreciate that. I was also on council for 9 years as a council president for 4 of them. I'm also the current president of Lake County Mayors and Managers for our community, and also I'm the president of the board for the SID, which is a Special Improvement District. Wow, it's already named. Which includes the 12 lakefront properties that we're doing the erosion control for. I'm on the executive board of the Lake County Archives.
Sir, what is your vision for growth of the city, and how would you work to attract families and businesses?
Well, first of all, we'll talk about some of the things that were done and some of the things that will continue to help us in the future. So last year we reduced the stadium debt of $750,000. It was going to be paid off in 2031, and now it's going to be paid off at the end of 2026. So we shaved 5 years off of that, and we saved $750,000. We built our safety forces back up to the difference of, we were down to about 6, 7 on fire. We are at 9 per shift right now. We've also built the police department up and given them all the equipment they needed to keep us all safe in our community. Some of the things that were done, and all of these things couldn't be done without City Council, my administrators, and the Chief, and we're all going to just continue to make East Lake a better way. We've been working with the businesses that we have. So, I used to never have anything when I first became mayor because it was just always doom and gloom. Obviously, we've turned the corner in the last few years. So just continue to work with the businesses you have. When I talk about the levy, there's more things that I can talk about of how we attract and what we do with our especially our bigger businesses.
Sir, what are your long-term plans to keep the city moving forward?
So everything isn't all, I know that there's things that still need improvement in the city. One of them, the biggest one obviously, is Vine Street, cleaning it up. We did get a grant with myself, Mayor Ravitch, Mayor Fiala, and Lake Tran to do a study for Vine Street corridor study. The COVID put us behind, obviously, a year. This study should have been done last year at some point in time. We were having we're working through NOACA, and EDG is the group we hired to be our consultant. So we're still working on that. We're hoping to have stakeholders meetings on that so we can get the city and our residents to also help us see what their vision is on that instead of just the 3 mayors and Lake Tran. Our goal is that Vine Street will look the same from Lula's border to Littleby's border. With the new schools that have been built, that should bring the upswing of bringing some newer and younger families in to our city. And then also some of the businesses on Vine Street. Culvers will be going in. We just passed that in the final planning a little while ago. They're hopefully going to start building in December. They will open in in February, so we hope that'll bring some more businesses on Vine. The car wash that's going in will bring some more better aesthetics to that end of town. But again, at the end of the day, I'm well aware we need more aesthetics in the city, clean up the city, clean up the corners. We've been starting to do that, but we're going to try to continue to do that. So at this time, we have both police and fire at the full force. I think the chief needs one more in police, but fire is we're good for a while on hiring unless there's retirements. And just the businesses that we have, steaks, was Jack Prince and they went over to steaks. They have about 300 employees in the old Walmart. Buckeye Relief ended up where it's going to be 50 employees. They're now at almost 125 employees. They're doing really well.
There will be a $1.8 million renewal levy for operational expenses on the November ballot. Please describe what long-term impact it will have on our city and the East Lake taxpayers.
So, this is the $1.8 million levy from 1982. It's a 40-year levy. You hear, especially with the new levies, well, we don't want a permanent levy, but obviously this is a renewal. It's been every 5 years since 1982. So it generates $488,163. That pays for one pay period in the city. So in '82, when they put this in as the levy that was going to run the city, $488,000 obviously is not a lot of money. So we continue to live on that. Our operating comes from tax revenue. So when I first took over, we had a carryover of $600,000 in 2014 when I took over. And obviously my first 4 years was miserable. I laid off 17 people my first month in office, and we've built back up to get to where we're at today. Again, without city council and administration and the chiefs, we wouldn't be here. But let me go to that. So our number one contributor to us for income tax is the Little East Lake School District. CPP of Cleveland, Mold Masters, Consumer, Walmart, City of East Lake, TCC Airfoils, Integrated Mill System, Progressive Casualty, and Midwest Precision Holdings are our top 10 income tax that pays us the 2%. That was in 2020. In 2021, Little East Lake School, CPP Cleveland, Consumer, Walmart, City of East Lake, TCC Airfoils, Progressive Casualty, States, Swagelock, and Buckeye Relief. Again, we're thankful to all of those businesses. I continue to talk to them because the big thing for us is retaining the businesses we have and getting new ones. So in 2016, our income tax was $6,186,940. In 2017, I need to finish this, please. 30 seconds. $6,335.93. In 2018, $6,632,960. 2019, $7,799,517. And with COVID, we dropped $500,000, $7,452,955. I appreciate the time I've had here. I'll be around for questions if anyone has. Again, I have much more on this list. Usually I don't really want to ramble and talk, but I guess I did that somehow. But I appreciate everyone coming out. I appreciate the support I've had for the last 8 years, and I look forward to the next 4 years.